of course, want free Medicare. And this is why it's important to have free Medicare, because look what's happening right now. You see why we should have been have free Medicare for a long time. I, of course, think that we need free college education.
We're going to have, if I get elected president, free college education for 4 years of college, flat out. Anybody with a family less than 125 grand, you're going to get a free education. Everybody gets free education for community college.
I want Black people to stop getting killed and no justice for it. I'm tired of it. I just want more stricter laws that is fair to Black citizens. And, it's fair for cops. Black people, we're not asking for sympathy. We're not asking for charity. We are just asking for equality.
We
are asking for fairness, and we are asking for justice. That is all. We want to feel like America. Nobody wants to feel targeted. Nobody wants animosity. We just want the best for us. Everybody wants the best for themselves, their future, and their kids' future. Racism always have existed, but I feel like right now there's just a lot of tension, and we need somebody to clean that. I'm just so tired of it. I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like his mouth gets us in trouble so much. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want, we're dealing with a pandemic right now, right? And I just want answers. I want to know when this is over. I need somebody to...
In 2016, if 18 to 23 or 4-year-olds have voted in the same percentage as the rest of the population, we would have had Hillary Clinton, not him. The vote matters. That's why you keep talking to people about the need to vote. The vote mistakes as president. But I'll admit to the mistakes I make, and you're never going to have to wonder whether I'll keep my word.
All right.
Thank you.
I would like to see it.
Just check me out. I've never broken my word. Anything I've said I was going to do. Never in my life.
I completely agree with your assessment about Cardi B. It is one of the biggest insults. If Black Americans are not insulted by the fact that Joe Biden, who has been hiding in his basement, for the entire year, made an appearance and came out because he was going to do an interview with Cardi B. Do we have nothing better to offer? I mean, this would be akin to Donald Trump saying, I'm going to give no interviews, but he came up and he decided to give an interview to Justin Bieber. Right? I mean, Justin Bieber, I'm sorry. I know you're a Christian man. I don't even want to put you in the same boat as Cardi B. But it would be absurd, right? White America would go, what is this? Why are you being interviewed by Justin Bieber? And it's because you're pandering, right? You're pandering. You look at Cardi B's Instagram, you see she has millions of followers, and you think, okay, this is an illiterate person. And if I appeal to this illiterate person and she does, like she literally did, in the middle of this interview, they think she's cool, she's hip just by sitting here and taking this interview, Black people will vote for me. It's basically saying, Black people, you are stupid, you are dumb, and you're so foolish. I mean, do you think, what if she just said in the middle of the interview, Joe Biden, can you name one Cardi B album? Joe Biden, do me a favor, just one Cardi B lyric. He couldn't do it. Of course he's not, because he's being handled and they're saying Black people like this person. This is what they're into. And so here you go, talk to her. Same thing with Hillary Clinton when she went on the Breakfast Club and she said she had hot sauce in her bag, right? She didn't know what Beyonce's talking about came from. One of her handlers said, say this, right? Probably got the questions ahead of time. Say this. Say you keep hot sauce in your bag. Right now, Beyonce's song is trending and it's hot sauce in my bag swag. And she looked like a fish out of water and said it. It is demeaning. It is pandering. It is ridiculous. Okay. And she asked pointedly ridiculous questions. I want lower taxes, but I want universal health care for all. She had no idea what she was doing. And yet both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden made the time to sit with her because they believe Black people are stupid. And Black people that thought, yay, that's a win. No, it's not a win. It shows you that they still believe that you are so stupid that they couldn't find many of the amazing intellectual Black people that we have in the world to sit down with and ask them tough questions. An interview with Condoleezza Rice, right? An interview with Larry Elder. Even if you want somebody that is a Democrat, that's fine. There are way more intellectual Black Democrats you could have sat down with, yet you chose an illiterate rapper because that's what she is. She's illiterate.
The most popular Trump supporters, which is Candace Owens, she really said some real nasty things about me. Because Joe Biden sat down with me to speak with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw that interview. And you want to know something? 2 weeks ago, Fox News were really talking shit about me too because Joe Biden sat down with me to do the interview. But let me tell you something, right? Why wouldn't Joe Biden sit down with me, Cardi B? I have millions of followers. And I pay millions in taxes. I have the #1 song in this country. I got the #1 song in fucking the United Kingdom. I have the #1 song in Australia. I got the #1 song in New Zealand. I'm heard all around the world. So just like I can make people pop their pussy and have a good time and make them feel like a bad bitch, I could also encourage millions of followers to go vote. Now you're saying that Joe Biden is pandering because he's using, you know, like a popular figure like me. All right. But your president, the guy that you fucking love so much, he panders as well too. And ironically, this is the reason why I have to fucking stand up. Because let me tell you something, bitch. I pay so much money in taxes. I'm a good American. I don't bother nobody. My little sister, she's a good American. She don't bother nobody. She barely posts on Instagram. And this girl can't even go to the beach with her girlfriend today in fucking the Hamptons without getting fucking harassed by Trump supporters. My sister was at the beach. Her girlfriend went to the car, and these motherfuckers started fucking talking crazy to my sister's girlfriend. Then my sister's girlfriend went, and you know Hennessy's crazy. They started telling my sister, oh, why I talking Spanish? This and that. When my sister whipped their phone out, they calmed down. Cause they already know what's going on. They're already catching on that niggas is getting recorded. So the same day you harass me is the same day that my sister's getting harassed. A bitch that pay her taxes. A bitch that don't have a fucking criminal record. And you out here wondering why Joe Biden is doing a fucking interview with me. Because you want to know why? Because no matter how much money I make, no matter how hard I work, I can't be a fucking free American. My sister can't even be a fucking free American. You got this fucking Trump supporting family harassing 2 lesbians. The fuck?
Felt like I really wanted to clear the air on this Cardi B nonsense. So first and foremost, Cardi, I watched your story and it sounds very funny. First off, I'm saying it's funny because it's just ridiculous to me that you even take anything that I said as offensive when I'm telling you the truth. And I think if anything, you're only upset because people are telling you on Twitter that you got dragged, because you did get dragged, because you are uneducated when it comes to politics. That's first things first. I was not, I'm sure Ben Shapiro was not, we were not meaning to attack you. We're just simply telling the truth, which is the fact that Joe Biden did not spend the whole year in his basement to come up because he's a big Cardi B fan and sit down with you. He thinks you're an idiot. And, you know, I just am encouraging you to stop proving him right when you say ridiculous things like, I had to sit down with Joe Biden because my sister got attacked by a Trump supporter, Santa Claus, making it seem like Trump supporters are homophobic. A little education for you, Cardi B. Donald J. Trump is the first president that's ever gone into office in support of gay marriage. So, you know, those 8 years that your presidential candidate Joe Biden spent as the vice president with Obama, they didn't support gay marriage going into office. Obama changed his tune on gay marriage in his second term. So the whole idea of Trump being a homophobe is a bit pointedly ridiculous and shows how uneducated you are. Then you came and you were talking about raising your taxes when you were on talking to Joe Biden, saying that you want your taxes lowered, but at the same time you want universal health care. That's ignorant and it's stupid. And Joe Biden knows it's ignorant and stupid. Even all the people that want free health care and universal health care acknowledge that tax rates have to be astronomical to be able to support that. So you're talking about a 74% tax rate. You continually keep saying you have a #1 song. It means shit. Nobody cares about a song about your wet ass pussy. Excuse my language for my followers. Being #1. I have a #1 song in the UK. I have a #1 song in Australia. I have a #1 song in New Zealand. That has nothing to do with Black America and whether or not you are helping or hurting. Right now, you are hurting Black America. Okay? When you stand on a platform and you pretend to care about Black men, when you ask Joe Biden, what are we going to do about these Black men dying? He should have asked you back, what are Black men going to do about Black men dying? Because 94% of Black men are killed by other Black men. Okay? We don't have an issue with police officers. In fact, if you go into those inner cities and you go into those projects, they need more policing. So you're a fraud. You're sitting here saying, making it seem like you're afraid of police officers. Are you afraid of your husband? You're more likely to be killed by your husband, way more likely to be killed by your husband than you are by a police officer. And you know that, right? You know that black men kill more white men. You know that police officers are killed by black men 18.5 times more, right? So don't use your platform and 75 million people to make it seem like police officers are the issue. You're uneducated. I mean, that is just what it is. You are uneducated. And I don't have a problem, by the way, with musicians and rappers and hip hop artists dabbling in politics if they're sincere. What I mean by that is, are you talking to people on both sides? Are you trying to actually get an informed understanding, or are you just being a mouthpiece for one party? Charlemagne the God has multiple people on his platform. He's talked to Republicans. He's friends with Senator Tim Scott, talks to him. He's a Trump supporter. He's had vice presidential candidates on his show, on The Breakfast Club. But he asks serious questions. He doesn't sit down with Joe Biden and say, oh, grr. In fact, Joe Biden wasn't comfortable when Charlemagne the God was sitting down and speaking to him, because Charlemagne the God was asking so many difficult questions. He wasn't just giving him a Santa Claus list like you are. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, and none of it makes sense. If you're serious about politics, if you're serious about trying to use your platform for good, then you need to educate yourself. That's literally all anybody is saying to you, is that you need to actually educate yourself and do the work. By the way, I'm not in your zone, you're in mine. Okay, so I get tired of your commenters and your fans saying, oh, she's clout chasing. I'd be clout chasing if I was challenging you to a rap battle. I'm not doing that. You're in my area. You're in politics. You're embarrassed because you realize you know nothing about anything when you're on Twitter. You actually told a lie just now to all of your followers. You said, oh, Trump, you said Trump told people to drink bleach. He never did that. Then you said Trump laughs when black men get shot by police officers. How do you just put out a lie like that? How do you consider yourself to be a serious person when you just outwardly lied to all of your followers? You know he's never laughed at a black man dying at police officers' hands. You know that for a fact. You can't pull a clip. Not even CNN, with all of their bullshit and lies, has ever claimed that Donald Trump laughs when black men die at police officers. But you told that lie in a tweet. Why did you tell that lie? Because you're a fraud. So I'm calling you out on being a political fraud. You pretend you want to help. You don't. You don't. You don't know why you're a Democrat. You have no idea why you hate Republicans. You have no idea why you're on the side of the party that enslaved black people, that segregated black people, and standing behind a man that supported segregation. Joe Biden supported segregation. He said it's what black people wanted. So let's just recap all of that. You're concerned about homophobia. For the 8 years that Joe Biden was in office, him and Obama didn't support gay marriage until the second term, but not when he was running for the second term. They didn't support gay marriage going into that office. You claim that you're concerned about racism and dying black men, yet you want to defund police officers. That makes entirely no sense. You cannot defund the people that are actually protecting black people. Black people need more policing in their neighborhoods, not less of it. And by the way, in those neighborhoods, there are black police officers that are dying because it tends to be that police officers look like the neighborhoods that they're policing. So you are actually standing on a platform for more black men to die, for taxes to be raised, right? For a man that has a very atrocious race record to be put into office, who looked at you the entire time like he was confused when you were talking because he knew that you were nothing but a puppet for him to be able to get a platform. That's it. You're a puppet. They use you. Okay? And you want to sit here and talk about Trump using me, or like, what do you talk about? Using me for what? I don't work for the RNC. I don't get paid by the Trump campaign. I say what I believe. You don't know what to do when you're looking at a black woman that's free. That's what your problem is. I am telling you who I support, and I'm educated. And I'm challenging you to become educated. I'm challenging you to sit down with black conservatives, okay, and have a meaningful conversation and a dialogue about what you actually want, and to actually try to understand the economics behind what you want, and to try to understand why it is you're actually supporting a man that does not care about black lives and never has, and has been in office for decades and hasn't changed anything, and you're blaming Trump? It makes no sense. You hate Trump because they told you to hate Trump. You gave me no valid reasons for hating Trump. Not a single one, not even one valid reason for why you hate Trump. You just think you're supposed to because you're a puppet. That's what happens when you get big. Look, Cardi, I enjoyed you a lot on Love and Hip Hop. I thought you were hilarious. Second I first saw you on TV, I said to my cousin, she's going to be a star. She has that it factor. She's very funny, you know, she's confident, and she says ridiculous things. I think you belong on TV. I don't believe you belong in the realm of politics unless you're willing to get serious about it. In conclusion, tonight I was just signing books, and I'm going to send you one because you need one. You need to learn. You need to black out. You need to Blexit. You need to learn about the real history of the Democrat Party. See that subtitle? How Black America can make its second escape from a Democrat plantation. You want to know why it says second, Cardi, and not first? Because we were enslaved by Democrats, not Republicans. Okay? We were enslaved by Democrats, not Republicans. So I'm going to sign you a copy. Get in touch with my agent and get in touch with your agent. I'm going to send it to your house. Okay? How's that for WAP? Okay? Bye.
His stance on what he feels about police brutality. Let me get to know on how he feels about free education. Let me get to know him. And let my platform get to know him. Because let me tell you something. If he was on CNN, y'all wouldn't be fucking watching CNN to see about what Joe Biden is saying. Y'all just not. You're not. A lot of you motherfuckers don't even know who's the vice president right now. A lot of you motherfuckers didn't even know who was when Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris. They was like, who's that again? Who's that again? It's like, yeah, she was running to become president, and he chose her. Like, and no, she's not the vice president right now. So before y'all think that I'm trying to say that she's that. That's why I be trying to educate my people. When I talk about my people, I talk about everybody. Black, Hispanics, whites, every type of fucking fan that I have, girl. I got fans from countries. I'll be like, damn, I never heard of that place. I'm just trying to let people know. I'm just trying to inform people. But if it bothers y'all that much, if I'm going to keep getting harassed by it, I'm not going to fucking do it. Y'all not gonna keep fucking coming for me. These fucking Republicans keep asking why Joe Biden fucking used me to have an interview with me. The same way y'all use me every single day, talk about me every single day so I can respond to y'all, so y'all could get clout off of me. Because y'all want to be on my platform. Candace Owens, every single time she get a black man gets shot by a cop, she justified why they got shot by a cop. Candace Owens, she's married to a man that her father, he's part of the landlord, some bullshit. It's practically a upper class KKK in the United Kingdom, like almost like a Mason. That's who that bitch is married to. That's who her father is married to. She has an identity crisis. Just because she's black, doesn't mean she give a fuck about blacks. She get paid to endorse everything fucking Trump say. Nobody could pay me. If I feel like if I feel like Joe Biden or Bernie, these are the people that, well, Bernie was somebody that I was endorsing, and Joe Biden is somebody that I'm endorsing. If they come up with some shit that I don't feel like I like, I'm gonna say I don't like. They're not gonna pay me to like it. I don't get paid to fake like shit. This bitch does. She's a liar. And she don't like black people. Facts. Now I'm done with it. Because I see me trending. If this is what y'all wanted, y'all could totally get it. I'm just going to keep doing what I get paid to do. And that's being a fucking bad bitch. But I'm sick of this shit. Goodbye.